have gathered on the auspicious occasion of the award ceremony to welcome our honorable guest, Mr. Sushil Mohta, Chairman of Merlin Group of Companies, our respected Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Dr. Shubhrata Kumar De will be felicitating him with Vivek Jyoti Samman Lifetime Achievement Award. I will request Sir to please. A very good evening to everyone. I am Natasha Chatterjee Verma, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Swami Vivekananda University. I welcome you all to the auspicious occasion of award ceremony organized by the IIC cell, that is Institution Innovation Council cell of Swami Vivekananda University. Yes, today we have gathered here to honor a very renowned personality in the field of entrepreneurship. He is none other than Mr. Sushil Mohta, chairman of Merlin Group of Companies. He is also the director of South City Group of Companies, and he is also a founder member of CRIDAI India and president of CRIDAI West Bengal. We are extremely honored, sir, to have you here among us, and we will have a very short and interesting conversation with you today. So, sir, first of all, I would like to ask you that how are you feeling on being honored with Vivek Jyoti Samman Lifetime Achievement Award?
I'm thankful to Swami Vivekananda University for recognizing whatever efforts I have done in life and for this award. Thank you very much, Swami Vivekananda University. Thank you both of you to come here, and I'm happy to meet you all.
Thank you so much, sir. It's our privilege and honor. Sir, what ups and downs you have seen in your life to reach over here? If you can just briefly tell us about them so that our students can draw motivation from your success story.
Life is full of ups and downs, and I believe that there must be certain downs to take you up again. Uh, if you don't have failures in life, you don't learn. So I believe that every failure is a key to success, and that is what all young people should understand. Uh, they must taste failure before tasting success.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, do you feel the same passion today as you used to feel on day one when you started your journey?
Yes, of course. You see, it's all mindset. I still feel same energetic and same passion towards whatever I do in life, and you know, uh, age is a number. That's what I believe in.
Sir, do you have any role model in your life?
My father is the role model in my life. I learned a lot of things from him. I learned the business policies and the practices from him, and whatever I am today because of his training and his teachings.
Okay, sir. Sir, do you have anybody in your life who has actually helped you in your journey or inspired you to reach over here?
Well, there have been a lot of. I was a very fond reader of autobiographies of successful people, and I have read many, including J.R.D. Tata and Ford, and many successful leaders, uh, Mr. G.D. Birla, and each one had a unique life and a lot of reasons for their success in life. And I have learned a lot from their biographies, their experience in life, because I believe one can learn from his own experience, but a wise man should learn from others' experience.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, was there any particular incident in your life that triggered this idea of entrepreneurship?
See, I am born in an entrepreneur's family. My grandfather, father, everybody was
Okay.
entrepreneur. So I became by default, you can say, because we are not professionals family, we are entrepreneurs, business family. So that was the natural course to get into business. But yes, since my childhood, I always wanted to do something structured, organized, uh, not a traditional way of doing business, and that was there since when I joined business, and that has perhaps was always there. That was always there in my mindset, and maybe that can be a reason for success, whatever we could achieve here in our company, in the industry.
Okay, sir. So, according to you, what is success, sir?
Good question. Now, my belief is that success doesn't mean that just making some money. Must be a balanced. Success must be a balanced thing. If I can make my customers happy, and they recognize me. If I can contribute something for the industry, for the society, for the country, if I am that much capable, then I think that is success.
Okay, sir. So, today you are a very experienced entrepreneur. But when you started, at that time, if you had this experience, do you think that you have done something differently?
No, I like what the way I have done things, learning from my mistakes, learning from others' mistakes, learning from my elders, and I think that should be the way of leading the life. And that is the, I believe in one thing: the destination is not important. The journey to reach a destination is more exciting, more important. Uh, well, say, suppose if you are going for holiday, you will like that holiday. But when you plan that holiday with your family members, when you plan that, okay, we will go on this date, we'll reach here, we'll stay here, we'll go try this food, we'll try that particular spot. That the whole preparation, the whole planning itself is exciting. So I think the journey is more important than the destination.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, what is your opinion on the impact of demonetization and RERA Act on the real estate business in our country?
It has cleaned up the whole system. It will bring out the professional developers much above than the rest of the non-professional ones. And the customers have also realized that they must buy properties from the good developers, and now it is easy also for the customers to understand which project they should invest in, which developers they should invest with. uh, RERA has brought complete transparency, which was much required, because people put their lifetime savings in buying a real estate product. So it is definitely needed that they must be enabled with all the informations about the property they are buying, and whatever their investment they are making is safe or not, the track record of developer, the details about the project, the everything 360-degree information, and that RERA has enabled, and that is good thing. I think in long term it will only help the market to grow and become more systematic, and more investment will come in the industry, uh, and it's already started coming in, so it is good.
So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to become an entrepreneur, and what do you think are the qualities to become a good entrepreneur?
Well, to become a good entrepreneur, you must have some basic intelligence of doing business. You need to learn. You need to understand the subject you are going to deal with. You need to gain knowledge, and you need patience. There will be failures, but you need to learn, and you must have that kind of uh, circle where you move in to learn the business, and and it's also ultimately how you deal with people. That's the most important thing in entrepreneurship: relationship building, PR skills, presenting yourself. You need to sell your ideas, you need to sell yourself, that okay, I am going to do this. People must be ready to buy your product, they must be ready to buy your services. So you have to create that kind of product or service. And for that, you must know what you are doing and gather that knowledge to become successful.
Very true, sir. So, do you think that the civil engineers, the students of civil engineering, they are not getting proper scope of employment? And how do you think that in the coming 5 years, what scope do they have? Because in our university, we are also a blooming university, and there are many students of civil engineering over there. So, what is their future? Will they get proper placements or good jobs? Because there is a notion, something like that, that they are not getting that proper placement or proper jobs in India.
Now, first of all, I would like to say that any kind of education is just creating a base for a student, just a basic foundation that you have knowledge of something. If I have done civil engineering, doesn't mean that I have to become a civil engineer to supervise a project or to plan a project. I can become a good builder also. I have a lot of friends in Andhra, in Western India, in South India. They are civil engineer by education, but they are today successful builders. So why a civil engineer has to look for a job? He can become entrepreneur. He can become a real estate professionals. His civil engineering knowledge will be helpful in that also. Or he can become a good interior also if by doing some interior course, because in interior also that engineering knowledge is required. He can become a teacher. He can definitely become a civil engineer to supervise a site or to plan a building, but it's not necessary that he has to do that only. Any education, whether it is architecture, civil engineering or commerce, or that gives a basic foundation. From there one can switch. He can take a job, or he can become an entrepreneur, or he can uh, provide certain services. And most important thing is that, you see, this is this construction industry is a sunrise industry in our country. There are a lot of things to be built, a lot of infrastructure coming up: roads, social infrastructure, housing, commercial real estate, logistic park, industrial park, warehousing. There's huge construction going on, and it's not a developed economy like Europe or America, where people have their homes, people have their necessary offices, and there is the infrastructure is top class, so there is very little scope. The population is not there in those countries, but in our country we have the population, we have consumers, we have a lot of infrastructure to build. So I think civil engineering has got fantastic scope for next 25 years.
Okay, sir, that's really incredible. And what I want to ask you, sir, is what are the landmark projects that Merlin Group of Industries have done? If you can just say a
We have
few.
done we have done large number of projects. They are residential. Then we have shopping malls. We have one of our landmark project is Acropolis Mall and Office Tower. We have done some IT parks in Sector 5. They are class grade A office space, Merlin Infinite. Then we have some premium residential developments like this particular building, and then next door there are 5 buildings in this complex, Merlin Residency. We have also done recently completed a very high-end project, Fifth Avenue in opposite Sector 5, Salt Lake. We are also in hospitality industry and retreat homes, Merlin Greens, and with that we have Ibiza resorts. So these are some of our landmark projects.
Okay, sir. Sir, please tell us that how we can bridge the gap between academia and industry so that our students can become more employable for the industry, how we can upskill them, and what means what are the things that we can do to actually improvise in our curriculum so that this can be done.
See, I think as we were discussing when you all came, that R&D is something lacking in our country, research and development. There are a lot of research capabilities needs to be built in our educational organizations. Secondly, practical training. Like in overseas, you have the summer jobs after every semester. So that is very important, that whether it is civil engineering or any kind of profession or any kind of degree curriculum, the students must do on-field training. Like in hospitality, the students are in hotel college, etc., hotel institute, etc. They do training job in hotels and resorts or restaurants. So I think this practical training, more and more practical training will make them better, and so that whatever they have learned, they do practically. And also, the students must gather the general other general knowledges also. It's just not if I am a civil engineer. With that, if I learn a little bit of architecture also, a little bit of this, then I can collaborate with, because you see, every professional is interdependent on other professions. You see,
Absolutely.
like a doctor is dependent on the radiologist, or he's also dependent on anesthesia, the expert, and like that. So you must have a wholesome knowledge. So a civil engineer, if he has some knowledge about architecture, if he has some knowledge about soil expertise, there must be, I think you must be training them on these aspects also. And he should take interest into all those things also. That will make him a better profession. Then, as a civil engineer, if I also know that, okay, what are the consumer demands these days, what are the consumer requirements, you see, any institute or college or school will give you a basic foundation knowledge. Rest is one has to self-acquire by reading book. Nowadays, it is much easy to acquire knowledge. You see, the online, there are so many contents are there. So much of content is available that one can upgrade his knowledge without much effort. In our days when we were young, we used to go to libraries, or we used to refer the books or different subject to upgrade our knowledge. But now with Google Gyan, one can have lot of informations, and of course the books are there. And so I think, one should not just focus on what he is studying. He must try to visualize it, that okay, this particular design, how it will work with this interior. So they must have a 360-degree approach towards the subject.
So, apart from your professional life, what are the other things that excite you? Any passion or hobby that you pursue in your idle time?
I like landscaping, I like plantation,
Okay.
which is something I am interested in. I These days I am looking into more sustainable developments, like eco-friendly developments, how we can have better utilization of resources, better utilization of water, energy savings. These are some subject I am reading is of course my hobby, number one hobby. Uh, Trying to gain knowledge of different subjects, and of course this landscaping, etc. These are some of my pastimes.
Lastly, sir, please give a message for our university, and while delivering the message, if you can take the name of our university, Swami Vivekananda University.
I wish Swami Vivekananda University and its students uh, success. Uh, the students should get good knowledge from the university. The university should be able to deliver good education to the students, uh, and I hope they will expand over the years, because we need good university in this country. And I wish you all, I wish Swami Vivekananda University a successful way forward.
Thank you so much, sir,
Thank you.
for your time. And, sir, we are really delighted that you actually interacted with us with your insightful suggestions. We are really overwhelmed. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
With this is Natasha signing off. Thank you, everyone.